impressive.
The lap before this one was Scaife's fastest. And Garth Tander mentioned that he would probably struggle to get down into the low 8s. This is David Thexton's entry, car 99, with Stephen Voigt this weekend, taking the shortcut through the chase. A 2:08.214 now for Scaife. Ambrose is second fastest. Remember, these times really aren't that important. But Paul Radicic is showing some good form in third with a 2:08.48.
See that amount of wheel work across the face of the chase down there. Big bumps. The cars, when you stand there and watch them, are really electrifying, moving around so much, just a whisker under 300 kilometres an hour. Scaife calling on the radio, alerting the pit that he's in.
Practice change.
And the line across the road here indicates just there behind the car where you need to engage the 40 kilometre an hour pit speed limit, and this is a full change rehearsal with Todd Kelly going in, Scaife leaping out.
Greg's there, Rusty.
Exactly right, guys. The whole idea is we heard them come into pit lane. You could hear the team saying to them, this is just about practice.
Go. Hang on.
They're actually going to let Todd go, which is a surprise. The way they were talking was that it would just be a rehearsal.
Yeah, sometimes what they end up doing, Greg, is just an out lap which immediately transposes to an in lap. So you do the whole cycle so that it's realistic. We are in the dying moments.
So just try and have a bit of a feel.
It's all just running through the systems check, isn't it?
So there's plenty of wakers out there, mate, so be careful.
That's Jeff Grett from the Holden Racing team just suggesting that there's some slightly less talented operators out there. Be careful. And at this time of day, you can't afford to risk the equipment. The changes that are made to the cars can be... let's have a look at this replay before we get into that. What's come adrift there? No idea. A bit of something.
Something black.
Changes that are made to the cars during the course of a typical race meeting like this, Matty, will be very tiny in the eyes of some, but they can have quite a profound impact on the behaviour of the car. So it's very important for both drivers to continue to get a feel for the way in which the car evolves. Otherwise, what happens is if one guy spends too much time in the car at the expense of the other, when the load time driver gets back in the car, it comes as a heck of a shock, and all of a sudden you, whoa, hang on, where have you taken this car and why? So it's important, even if it's just a lap. Todd's doing a lot of miles this year. He's got a big race program, test program, and he's in tune with Mark on this car, but he needs to stay with him in his mind in preparation for this race. You don't want to get out there after the opening stint and leap in at about 11:30 when it's your stint and find that you're suddenly driving an apple when yesterday you had an orange.
Flexibility is one of the key issues of this weekend, and it's been proven today that you have to be willing and able to go with the flow here at the mountain, not when you're on the track, not just on the track, but off the track as well. This session, for instance, split up into two. Bradley Jones. Takes it across the top of the mountain through the dipper. Spectacular piece of road.
He's been a bit crook overnight. A bit of a problem in the stomach department. Might be something to do with Bradley's illustrious diet. But he's okay today and he'll be fine in the race car. But out of the car, it's nagging him a little bit at the moment.
Out of Forest Elbow, down Conrod Straight, and as car number 21 fires along this world-famous piece of the circuit, we can remind you that the shootout this afternoon is at 3:55 Australian Eastern Standard Time. That means it's coming up soon on the mountain. The one-lap dash. Who will get pole position for tomorrow's big race? We'll find out shortly as our coverage continues.